I found a secret room in the swimming pool, guys. Welcome back to a new video. My name is Mats. We are the Hey Squad, and welcome back. Let's start with this story.
When everyone had left school, I crept cautiously to the janitor's pantry. I needed to get there soon. He finally came out, and I immediately darted into the pantry and pushed the cabinet aside. It was heavy and wouldn't budge. Come on. The door opened behind the cabinet. Once inside, I found myself in my secret room.
This
was a small room with a window that looked out on the school pool. In the evenings...
Okay, this is creepy stuff, guys. There's a secret room, and you can see into the pool.
My beloved Mia came here to swim, and I was watching her. Well, secretly, of course. I didn't dare tell her how I felt.
Bro, this is like stalking.
She probably thought I was a sad nerd. We had been friends since childhood, but when Mia's dad died, she...
Yeah, this is like sad behavior when you're like stalking someone.
Gradually drifted away from me. Because of this, I threw myself into my studies. But I continued to love her and watch her from afar. A splash of water brought me...
Talk to her like a regular human.
back from my memories. Mia was already in the pool. And suddenly, what was it? Mia's lovely skin on her arms and back was covered in bruises. Who did this to her? Mia got out of the water, wrapped a towel around herself, and went to the locker room. And without thinking, I ran after her.
Okay, maybe she has problems at home.
We might not be friends anymore, but I wouldn't let anyone hurt Mia. But when I ran outside, Mia was gone. I immediately took off in the direction of her house. It was not far from the school. As a child, we often played there. I hesitated for a long time near the high fence, afraid to ring the bell. Suddenly, a terrible scream was heard from her house. I froze. It was Mia's voice. She needed help. I ran along the fence to the back gate. Damn, it was locked. Then I quietly climbed over it into the courtyard and abruptly jumped down. Gathering my strength, I ducked down and climbed into the front garden right under.
Okay, now he's at her house. Okay, this is like stalking. This is like a crime. He commits this crime, but maybe she needs help. She needs real help, so then it's fine.
Under the living room windows, there were sobs from the house. Fred, don't touch her! I cautiously leaned out of my hiding place and saw Mia's mom in tears. Oh my god. She was the one who told Fred not to touch his daughter. Suddenly, I accidentally dropped the flower pot from the windowsill.
Oh, come on, bro. You have just to stand there and to watch and maybe to call the police. And how did this happen? He's like outside. The pot is like inside the house. Okay, this is really hard to... But some people can make it. Yeah, okay.
Heck, I quickly ducked into a nearby bush. A formidable man leaned out of the window, a belt in his hand. It was Mia's stepfather, Fred.
Okay, I guess her stepfather is really aggressive and he beats like his girlfriend and the daughter, Mia.
He married Mia's mom a year after her father died. Was he beating up Mia? Fred looked around the yard for the source of the noise. If he saw me, I was screwed. But then Mia screamed again, and Fred immediately moved away from the window. My mouth went dry with horror. I needed to call the police and save Mia before it was too late.
Yeah, of course, call the police. This is the only thing you can do in this situation.
I ran around the corner of the house and called the cops.
Yeah.
This comeback belonged behind bars. Soon the police arrived. Fred would finally go to jail. From around the corner, I saw him open the door for them with a casual air. The cops saw him, lined up, and saluted. Wait, what was going on? I was shocked. Fred was the boss of these cops.
No way! Okay, and they're maybe corrupt, so nothing will happen to Fred.
Then I heard him say, I think someone's on the grounds.
Oh,
he asked the cops
no way.
to check the surrounding area and the house. I was in panic. I had to get out of here before I was spotted. I spent the entire evening thinking about how to help Mia. The police was on the side of her stepfather. How to resist them? Offering Mia help wasn't an option either. She would ask me how I knew about the bruises. And then what? I was not going to admit to spying on her. But I couldn't do anything either. I had to convince Mia to trust me. The next day, I wanted to go over to Mia and talk to her, but after...
Yeah! Good decision. Good step. Just talk to her, man. If you like her, if there's a problem, if she has like bruises on her whole body, just talk to her. That is maybe a good step, yeah?
Cool. Her stepfather was waiting for her at the gate. He grabbed her roughly by the arm and hissed something.
Okay, in the public, this is hard stuff.
My stomach turned. Suddenly, without expecting it, I called out to Fred. Fred gave me a withering look and asked me what I wanted. With a trembling voice, I began to mumble something about a biology project. Mia and I needed to pass it tomorrow. Fred frowned but let go of Mia.
Good plan, man. Okay, that was clever.
If she doesn't come home in an hour, you're finished. He added menacingly and left. Mia didn't understand because there was no project, but I said I would explain everything later. In awkward silence,
And they're holding hand. Of course, yeah.
I led Mia to the pool and we sat on the edge. And how would I start a conversation? I looked down and suddenly I noticed a bruise on Mia's shoulder. It made my chest tighten. Mia caught my eye and quickly adjusted her sleeve. No, I couldn't do that anymore. I gathered my thoughts and stammered out that we used to communicate so well, but for several years, Mia was not like herself. I carefully looked into her eyes and breathed out, "Why don't you want to trust me?" After that, Mia looked me in the eye and suddenly promised to tell me everything, provided that I don't do anything about it. I swallowed nervously and agreed, hoping I could change Mia's mind later. Then she began the story. When their stepfather Fred came into the family, he completely shielded Mia and her mother from the outside world and forbade them to communicate with other people. And if Mia and her mother complained to someone, they would be in trouble. Through her tears, Mia whispered that...
But why do they still live with him? They have to divorce. So why do they still live with him? But maybe when he's aggressive and he doesn't allow that they go away, otherwise he will beaten them up. Yeah, it's like blackmailing. Yeah, difficult situation. She has to talk to somebody.
That she had long wanted a normal...
She has to go to the police.
...life, without fear and pain, that is. She always dreamed of becoming a swimmer. But now, she can only swim after class, when nobody would see her bruises. Her words hurt me. Fred would pay for everything. Even though I promised not to do anything, I had to save Mia. I thought frantically about what to do. I needed proof. Without it, the cops would justify Fred again. That was the only way I could put Fred in jail. I blurted out that I would take a video of Fred's treatment of their family. After such comprising material, he would definitely...
Yeah, of course, make a video. This is one plan, but another plan could be that the mother and Mia just talk to the police. And when they're like 3 persons talk to the police, it's like something different, okay? Then maybe the cops will do something against Fred. Yeah, although he is their boss.
Definitely not get away. Mia looked at me gratefully.
Just because you're the boss, you're not allowed to do like everything, yeah? So, good plan, let's see what happened.
Her eyes were so beautiful. We only talked for 10 minutes. But Fred had already started calling Mia and yelling at her to be home in 5 minutes. The biology project was too long. In a hurry, we agreed to text each other. An hour later, we had a plan in mind. Mia would provoke Fred that evening, and I would film the whole thing so that I could later hand it over to the cops.
Okay, very risky plan. Very risky.
At exactly 7 o'clock in the evening, I went to Mia's house. I crept up to the gate and gently pushed it open. Mia left it open, but the door creaked treacherously. Damn you. But the courtyard was quiet. I crept to the kitchen window and peered carefully inside. Mia had a quiet dinner with her mom and Fred, who sat with his back to the window. My hands were shaking with fear, but I told myself to be brave, only for Mia. Then she noticed me, picked up a glass of milk, and looked at me uncertainly.
Okay, she noticed him, and now she has to provoke him, okay? That he will get aggressive.
I nodded at her and pointed the camera at Fred. A second later, I heard shards of glass flying all over the kitchen.
Okay.
At that same moment, Fred abruptly...
The glass is flying on the floor and he gets aggressive. So how easy is it to get him aggressive,
got up
okay?
from the table. I turned on the camera.
He has to relax, guys.
I needed to film everything. Mia's mom blocked Fred's way, but he pushed her away with a growl. I'm the boss here. Fred was a real monster. I held back my temper.
Okay, I guess he has like boss complexes, so he has to be the boss at home with like his girlfriend and the daughter of his girlfriend, and of course in the company, at the job as well, because there he is actually the police boss.
Trying not to rush to defend Mia, but this video was needed to save her. Then Fred swung, and Mia squeezed her eyes shut, and no, don't you dare touch her, you freak! I hit the glass with all my might.
No, man, bro! Don't ruin it! That was so, the plan was risky, but it was actually a good plan, a solid plan. But now he's that stupid that he has to make noises again. Of course he recognizes, of course he notices. So, what happens now?
Moments, everyone turned around. What are you doing here? And with a camera, Fred growled. And he moved straight at me. I froze in horror. But Mia ran out of the house and already grabbed my arm.
But I guess they have a video, so maybe this video is enough to have a proof for his, like, bad behavior.
And as fast as we could. But suddenly, headlights appeared in the distance, and Mia panicked. It was her stepfather's car. What should we do?
Oh, he's quick. He's a quick man.
And then it hit me.
He's already in the car.
He would have found us there for sure. I immediately grabbed Mia's hand, and we ran across the yards of the school. This was the
Bonnie
only
and
place we would
Clyde.
be safe. We ran into the school, but her stepfather was already close. Mia, hurry up! The thought of what he might do to us made me feel hot. I made a sharp turn at the corner and immediately dragged Mia into the pantry. She resisted. He'll definitely find us here, but I shushed her. Trust me. Fred's heavy footsteps could be heard in the hallway. My heart was pounding with fear. Quickly pushing the cabinet aside, we ran into the secret room, and then Fred went into the pantry. My heart skipped a beat.
But put the cabinet back to the first position. Otherwise, he will see that there is a door. And maybe he will come to the conclusion that they are behind that door, hiding in their room.
We could hear him walking slowly around a room, and then he stopped. Did he really notice the passage? But her stepfather quickly left, and I breathed out a sigh of relief.
Okay,
We went to
lucky.
the window and saw Fred by the pool, looking for us all over the place. Mia asked softly what kind of room it was. Damn.
Damn, it's my stalking room. I stalked like every day
Mia deserved to
out
know
of
the
this
truth.
window.
I looked Mia in the eye and hesitantly admitted that I was watching her from here, and realizing that her stepfather was
Oh no, bro, you don't have to tell her. Now in her eyes, you're a really stalker, okay?
mocking her, I called the cops. I didn't know he was in charge. Mia stared at me in silence for a while, and then suddenly screamed that it was all my fault. After the cops arrived, Fred became even more violent.
Yeah, but it is his fault. The whole situation, no. That he became more violent. Okay, maybe it's his fault, but he at least did something, okay? There has to happen something. Otherwise, he would beaten up her, like, in the future more often. So, no, it's not his fault, actually.
I tried to say that I wanted to save her, but suddenly
Yes.
there was a knock on the window.
Oh no! Huh? You jumped into the pool?
Oh my god, Fred heard us. Fred had already grabbed me.
Oh, okay, no. The window, it looks like a mirror. It isn't actually underwater. I thought it is like underwater, but no, it's like he can look directly through it, and he can see the two in there.
Chair swinging at the mirror that covered the window of the secret room. He was going to get us. I looked at the terrified Mia, imagining how much he'd been through with this tyrant. Then I was furious. You won't touch her again, you freak. I grabbed Mia's shoulders. You have to film everything. She tried to stop me, but I took one last look at her and ran out of the room. I went out to the pool and shouted, "Hey, Fred!" Fred turned slowly. My heart sank. Then he threw back the chair, shouted angrily, and ran at me. I tried to dodge, but Fred grabbed me and started choking me. My vision began to blur. Was this the end? With the last of my strength, I pushed Fred, and he tripped over the edge and fell into the water. I immediately ran away and shouted, "Mia, you gotta run!" We ran out of the school together.
Run!
Mia gave me the phone. The video was taken. With tears in her eyes, she whispered, "You are my hero." These worms warmed my heart.
First, it was all his fault. Now he is her hero. Okay, make a decision. Make a decision, Mia. Please.
But I had to give the video to the police as soon as possible. We drove to the police station on the outskirts where Fred certainly didn't have the power. On the way, I kept hearing...
Why is he always chilling in that stadium here? Does he want to make like a marathon or a run or what?
into the darkness, afraid to see Fred's car. Even at the police station, Mia was afraid to talk, but I took her hand and told her that I would tell them what happened. The cops seeing the dirt told Mia that she had a very brave boyfriend. I was confused. Before, I couldn't even answer the hooligans, but now I was a brave guy who saved his beloved girl.
You got
A couple
her.
of hours later, Fred was detained. He said that he would come back for Mia and show her who was in charge of their family. A chill ran down my spine.
No, Fred. You will go into jail, bro.
And Mia suddenly snuggled up to me. For the first time, I was not afraid and hugged her, kissing the top of her head. He will never hurt you again, because I will always be right here for you.
How pathetic I am. I was sitting in one of the locked
Yeah, guys, this was all of the story. I found a secret room in the swimming pool. I hope you enjoyed it. I upload like every day, so tune in tomorrow again. And of course, leave a subscription if you haven't done it yet. It's only one click below the video. That would be wonderful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video tomorrow, guys. Yeah, here you can subscribe. Here you can see to other videos. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.